Welcome back to Adventure Freaks. I'm Ray, and today I'm doing something a little different. People often ask me, Ray, after interviewing hundreds of expats and researching countries all over the world, where would you personally retire in Europe? Well, I've thought long and hard about that question, and for me, retirement isn't just about affordability, visas, or healthcare. Those things matter, of course, but what matters most is how a place makes me feel. I'm inspired by beauty, beautiful architecture, incredible landscapes, charming villages, great food, a perfect cup of coffee in the morning, a glass of wine overlooking an unforgettable view at the end of the day. Those are the things that make me feel creative, inspired, and excited to wake up each morning. So today I'm sharing 3 countries in Europe where I would personally retire if I were making the move tomorrow. I'll discuss what makes each country special, where I'd choose to live, and why they ultimately made my shortlist. And stick around until the end because my #1 pick remains the most awe-inspiring place I've ever spent time in. And if I had to choose just one country in Europe to call home, it would be there. Now let's dive in. Hi, can Ernest and I ask you a favor? If you find our content helpful, please hit that subscribe and like button. It truly helps us grow, and it makes Ernest happy. And my first country up is Spain. Now, I've spent time in Spain over the years, including an entire summer there, and to this day, it's one of the most beautiful countries I've ever experienced. Whether you're standing on a cliff overlooking the Mediterranean, wandering through the rolling hills of Andalusia, watching the sunset over centuries-old villages, or simply sitting at a cafe surrounded by stunning architecture, Spain has a way of capturing your attention and never quite letting go. It's a country filled with beauty. The landscapes are breathtaking. The architecture is remarkable. The culture is vibrant. And everywhere you go, there seems to be an appreciation, enjoying life rather than rushing through it. And like I always say, people make the place. When you truly get to know the Spanish people, you'll understand why so many expats fall in love with this country. They're welcoming, social, family-oriented, and genuinely know how to enjoy life. I certainly fell in love with Spain, and that's one of the biggest reasons it's on my list. If I were moving to Spain today, I'd personally focus on 3 areas: Alicante, Granada, and Madrid. Alicante offers beautiful Mediterranean beaches, sunshine for much of the year, excellent infrastructure, and a relaxed coastal lifestyle. 1-bedroom apartments can often be found at around $800 to $1,500 per month, depending on location. Granada may be one of Spain's best values. Surrounded by mountains and rich history, it offers incredible scenery, outstanding food, and a lower cost of living than many other parts of Spain. 1-bedroom apartments here often range from approximately $700 to $1,000 per month. Now, Madrid is my big city choice. It's energetic, sophisticated, filled with world-class museums, restaurants, and culture, yet still far more affordable than many major American cities. 1-bedroom apartments generally range from about $1,000 to $2,500 per month, depending on neighborhood. Healthcare is another major advantage. Moving to Spain, Spain's healthcare system is among the best in Europe, and private insurance remains remarkably affordable by American standards, often ranging from roughly $60 to $250 per month. For retirees, Spain's non-lucrative visa remains one of the most popular residency pathways into Europe. The visa allows Americans to live in Spain without working locally, provided they can demonstrate sufficient financial means. Currently, that generally means showing approximately $2,800 to $3,000 per month in income for a single applicant, with additional amounts required for a spouse or dependents. What ultimately puts Spain on my list isn't any single factor. It's the combination of beauty, the people, lifestyle, culture, affordability, and the simple joy of everyday living. For me, Spain isn't just a place to retire, it's a place to live life to its fullest. So have you chosen your destination and are ready to take the next step toward living abroad? Now comes the hard part, navigating the immigration process. What documents do you need? Which ones require apostilles or certified translations? What are the residency requirements? What steps need to happen first? And how do you avoid costly mistakes that can delay your move? That's where we come in. At Adventure Freaks, we've partnered with trusted vetted immigration attorneys and residency experts in countries around the world to help make your transition abroad as smooth as possible. Simply visit adventurefreaksss.com, scroll down to where you see Your Move Abroad, and click on the Trusted Legal Advisor. You'll answer a few quick questions and schedule a free consultation to discuss your specific situation and goals. Check it out at adventurefreaksss.com. We're here to help you throughout your journey on moving abroad. Now let's get back to the video. And my next country up is Albania. What I love most about Albania isn't just Albania itself, it's where Albania is located. For me, it's ideally positioned in one of the most beautiful parts of Europe. To the south sits Greece, one of my all-time favorite countries. In fact, if you're living in Sarande, you're only a 30-minute ferry ride from the stunning Greek island of Corfu. To the north, you have Montenegro and the breathtaking Bay of Kotor, and across the Adriatic, Italy is just a short ferry ride or a flight away. Few countries in Europe place you so close to so many incredible destinations, and yet Albania remains significantly more affordable than all of them. The beauty is also remarkably similar: crystal clear waters, dramatic mountains, charming villages, beautiful coastlines, incredible food, outdoor cafes, and a relaxed Mediterranean lifestyle. In many ways, Albania offers the lifestyle people dream about in Greece, Italy, or Croatia, but at a fraction of the cost. If I were considering Albania, I'd focus primarily on Sarande and the Albania Riviera. The scenery is spectacular, the pace of life is relaxed, and the views over the Ionian Sea are simply stunning. Affordability remains one of Albania's greatest strengths. One-bedroom apartments can often be found between $300 and $800 per month, while dining out, transportation, and daily living expenses remain among the lowest in Europe. Healthcare continues to improve each year, and many expats use private clinics and hospitals where costs remain extremely reasonable compared to the United States. But there are two additional reasons Albania remains near the top of my European retirement list. First, Americans can legally remain in Albania for up to 1 year visa-free. That's unheard of in Europe and gives you plenty of time to explore the country and determine whether it's a right fit for you. Second, Albania offers one of the most accessible property-based residency pathways you'll find anywhere in Europe. Unlike many countries that require large real estate investments, Albania allows foreigners to purchase property at virtually any price and use that ownership as a pathway toward residency. That's an extraordinary advantage. For me, Albania combines affordability, beauty, flexibility, and one of the best locations in Europe. It places you in the heart of the Mediterranean world while allowing you to enjoy a lifestyle that remains accessible to ordinary retirees. And that's why Albania comfortably earns the number 2 spot on my list. And finally, we've reached my top pick in Europe, and it is Italy. There is simply nothing in the world that inspires me more than Italy. I've traveled to many beautiful countries throughout my life, but Italy is different. It's one of those rare places that leaves a lasting impression long after you've gone home. In fact, many people who visit Italy describe the experience as life-changing, and I understand why. Just spending time there sparks something inside of you: awe, inspiration, creativity, a desire to slow down, appreciate life, and perhaps even become a better version of yourself. The beauty is almost impossible to describe. It doesn't matter whether you're standing in a tiny village tucked into the hills of Tuscany, wandering through the streets of Rome, overlooking the dramatic coastline of the Amalfi Coast, exploring the lakes of northern Italy, or watching the sunset in Sicily. Everywhere you go feels like a scene from a movie. The smallest villages are beautiful. The hilltop churches are breathtaking. The cathedrals will leave you speechless. And the landscape stretching from the Alps in the north all the way to Sicily in the south often feel like something out of a fairy tale. If waking up each morning surrounded by beauty is important to you, I honestly don't think there's another country in Europe that compares. But Italy is so much more than scenery. The cuisine is extraordinary. The wine is world-renowned. The olives, cheeses, fresh seafood, and local specialties make every meal feel like an experience rather than simply something to eat. Then there's the architecture, the art, the history, and the culture. Every town has a story here. Every village has history. Every region feels unique. Italy is one of those places where you can spend years exploring and still feel like you've only scratched the surface. What surprises many people, however, is the affordability. While places like Rome, Florence, Milan, and parts of the Amalfi Coast can certainly be expensive, much of Italy remains remarkably affordable. In many regions, beautiful homes can still be purchased starting at around $60,000 to $70,000 and moving up from there. And yes, opportunities still exist even in parts of Tuscany and other highly desirable regions if you're willing to look beyond the most famous tourist centers. The area I particularly enjoy is Sicily because it offers stunning towns, incredible beaches, tremendous cuisine, while offering incredible value. It's still possible to find attractive apartments ranging from roughly $400 to $800 per month, often in beautiful towns with sea views, historic centers, and a quality of life that feels worlds away from the United States. Healthcare in Italy is excellent, the pace of life is slower, the food is exceptional, and the overall value is difficult to beat. For residency, Italy's elective residency visa is designed for people who can support themselves through a passive income such as Social Security, pensions, investments, or rental income. While requirements can vary by consulate, a single applicant should generally expect to show around $34,000 to $36,000 annually, or about $2,800 to $3,000 per month. What ultimately places Italy at the very top of my list isn't affordability, the healthcare, or even the food. It's the feeling. Italy inspires me. It makes me want to create, explore, learn, and fully embrace life. And if I had to choose one country in Europe to spend my retirement years surrounded by beauty, history, culture, and some of the most breathtaking scenery on earth, Italy is currently my top choice. So there you have it, the 3 countries in Europe I would personally retire in: Spain, Albania, and my top pick, Italy. Now that doesn't mean these are the best countries for everyone, but for me, they offer the perfect combination of beauty, lifestyle, culture, affordability, and the kind of daily inspiration that makes me feel a little richer and more meaningful. Let me know in the comments which country resonated with you the most. And if you found this video helpful, please remember to subscribe and like. It truly supports our channel. And if you're ready to start exploring your own move abroad, visit adventurefreaksss.com, where you'll find resources designed to help you get started. And as always, thank you for viewing. I'm Ray with Adventure Freaks, showing you how to live your best life abroad.